Europe is the smallest continent after Australia and is also the sixth largest continent and includes 51 independent countries on various islands and territories. The area of the European continent is around 10,180 square kilometers. Europe is also known to be divided into several natural landscapes. The European continent is divided into four sub-regions, namely Eastern Europe, Western Europe, Southern Europe, and Northern Europe. The European region has a large population despite its small area of about 747,636,026 inhabitants. The concentration of population is only in big cities such as Amsterdam, Brussels, London, Madrid, and Warsaw. The European continent has a landscape that is a plain. Well, there are three plains in Europe, namely the Central European Plateau, the Western European Plateau, and the Northern European lowlands. The Central European Plateau stretches from east to west across Central Europe, and is also part of Western France, Modern Switzerland, Greece, Belgium, Austria, and Southern Germany. It also has an average of 8,500 feet and its highest point at 13,123 feet. The Western European Plateau stretches to the western edge of Europe and is also the main party of Scandinavia, which includes several countries including Norway, Sweden, and Denmark. Apart from the countries in Scandinavia, there are also other countries, such as Iceland, Ireland, Finland, Spain, Portugal, and the British territory of France. The Northern European lowlands stretch from the southern England to eastern Russia and are also part of the Netherlands, France, Germany, Denmark, Belarus, Belgium, and the Baltic states of Estonia, Lithuania, and Latvia. In addition to having plains, Europe also has the Alps, which are the highest and widest of all on the European continent. The Alps stretch across Central Europe, which is 800 km long and 200 km wide and has an average altitude at its peak of 2,500 meters above sea level. The highest mountain in the Alps is Mont Blanc and has an altitude of about 4,809 meters above sea level in Italy and France. Europe also has oceans where these oceans are used as transportation for travel, and trade in these services are used for trade in building material, coal, and grain.
The rise of trading cities in Europe resulted from the Crusades. The Crusades were a war between Muslims and Christians, or commonly referred to as a war between Eastern Europe and Western Europe. This war occurred because the power Eastern Rome or Constantinople was founded by Christians and became a political power. However, over time the area began to be controlled little by Islam. This gave rise to envy and hatred from the Christians, so eventually there was a war called the Crusades. However, the Crusades were beneficial because the European economy experienced advanced development. With this war, trading cities achieved rapid prosperity such as Venice, Genoa, Bruges, Lubeck, Pisa, and Champagne, so that Europe avoided loss and economic bankruptcy. In addition, the influence of the Crusades, most of the continent was united by papal rule. But in the 14th century, the development of centralized bureaucracies, the basis of modern states, was rapid in France, England, Burgundy, Portugal, Castile, and Aragon. This was partly driven by the dominance of the Church during the early Crusades, although continent Europe had been in contact with Islamic culture for the centuries through link between the Iberian Peninsula and Sicily. Much knowledge in the field of science, medicine, and architecture of absorbed from the Islamic world into the Western world during the Crusades.
Venice played an important role in reviving the Mediterranean economy by opening pathways for Western European trade and establishing links with Northern Europe. The city created the institution that became the foundation of commercial capitalism and made significant advances in shipping technology. In addition, Venice was instrumental in transferring technology from Asia to Western Egypt, especially in the production of sugar, silk textiles, jewelry, and glass. One of the main factors in Venetia's economic success was the introduction of the ducat, a gold coin first minted in 102,084. Ducats were known for their consistent weight and purity, providing stability despite the erratic quality of currency at the time. The standardization of its specification made it a trustworthy medium of exchange for merchants and dealers. Venetia's commitment to maintaining the purity of the ducat, backed by the gold standard, further enhanced its evil. Its reliability and intrinsic value made ducats widely accepted in cross-border trade and strengthened Venetia's position as a major financial and commercial center. Even after Venetia's decline as a naval power, the ducat continued to be recognized and used in various forms, demonstrating the lasting impact of this stable currency. With its strategic location on a lagoon, Venice managed to retain its autonomy and freedom from the threat of marauders, feudal landlords, and theft.
Genoa was one of the greatest maritime powers of medieval Europe, playing a crucial role in international trade. The city controlled key trade routes across the Mediterranean, the Levant, and the Black Sea, dealing in spices, metals, textiles, and gold. Beyond trade, Genoa was also a center of banking and shipbuilding, financing European kingdoms and constructing powerful commercial and military fleets. Its autonomous trade colonies across strategic coastal regions expanded its economic influence, particularly after the Treaty of Nimpen with Byzantium Empire, granting Genoa broader access to Constantinople and surrounding markets. Despite frequent internal political conflicts, Genoa's economy remained stable, supported by ruling families such as the Spinola and Doria. Its wealth was reflected in grand infrastructure projects, thriving port, and booming population, making Genoa one of the richest and most influential cities in medieval Europe.
In medieval times, there was a very important and influential city in the region of Flanders, Belgium, namely the city of Bruges. There are many interesting facts about this city during medieval times, one of which is the strategic geographical shape of the city, the existence of a large port, and becoming a center of trade and industry. During the 9th century, the city of Bruges was founded by Vikings and began to become an independent city in the 12th century with the authority to organize its own government and economic system. Bruges has trade agreements with other cities in Europe such as Paris and London. The architecture of Bruges follows a lot of Gothic architecture for its town hall buildings and for its church. The production of arts and craft is also quite famous such as painting, sculpture and textile craft. Celebration and festival are also widely celebrated in the city of Bruges, with the fireworks festival every year. The city of Bruges also played an important role in the history of Europe in the Middle Age. Besides being a meeting point between traders throughout Europe, its architecture also became an example for other European cities, and at the time of the Crusades, the city of Bruges became the departure point of many crusaders. Bruges is also a beautiful and very important city in Belgium, which attracts many tourists to visit the city and was famous in the early Middle Age and was a major trade in center in Europe.